United States President Donald Trump is at war with his own employees. Because the president is the head of the executive branch of government, past presidents have generally supported their federal employees, including their intelligence agents. Now it's been revealed that employees at both the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Justice Department teamed up on President Trump to spy on his presidential campaign in 2016. The president has publicly criticized and fired top officials. Now many officials and agencies are fighting back. And political pundits are saying that the so-called deep state could even push President Trump out of office. They say this even though President Trump's office is the only constitutional office in the executive branch. So for news watchers, it's extremely important to know what is this deep state and why does it oppose the president's agenda. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, a deep state is a body of people, typically influential members of government agencies or the military, believed to be involved in the secret manipulation or control of government policy. This term originated in the 1990s in Turkey. It described a powerful, unelected government consisted of bureaucrats, intelligence agents, and military officers. In the United States, the term deep state refers to a permanent bureaucracy of unelected officials. This bureaucracy is now governing with increasing autonomy and decreasing transparency. National Security Agency whistleblower Edward Snowden said, "The deep state is not just the intelligence agencies. It's really a way of referring to the career bureaucracy of government. These are officials who sit in positions of power, who don't leave when presidents do, who watch presidents come and go, they influence policy, they influence presidents." In the United States Constitution, the Founding Fathers made the office of president responsible for executing the country's laws. Early presidents kept a limited staff of bureaucrats to support them in this role. President George Washington only had 1,000 non-military workers supporting him. But in the 2 centuries since then, the executive branch of government has exploded to 3,000 times its original size. There are now well over 2 million bureaucrats in the Trump administration. The government's 3 constitutional branches are accountable to the American people. They're elected by the American people, or they're appointed by those elected representatives. New presidents generally only appoint 4,000 new employees. The rest of the over 2 million employees in the executive branch were appointed by previous administrations and are basically permanent positions. Donald Trump is a political outsider who campaigned to reduce the size and influence of the federal government. He's promised to reduce the amount of federal regulation back to 1960s levels. He's exposed much corruption in the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice, and he's appointed judges committed to reducing the influence of the federal government. All of this is bad news for the federal bureaucrats who make their paycheck and their livelihood regulating the private sector. Because of this, many federal officials are working hard to subvert the president's agenda, and they have powerful tools at their disposal to accomplish this. They can use illegal government surveillance to spy on the American people and on President Trump's inner circle, and they can use targeted information leaks to sympathetic media outlets. More and more Americans are realizing that their government is sick and their nation is faint. Yet they do not realize that this situation was forecast over 2,700 years ago in the pages of their Bible. You can learn more about this amazing forecast in Trumpet Editor-in-Chief Gerald Flurry's free booklet, Great Again.